Shout out to Debbie Harry. December 30th. That's what the date is.
On the last recording? Oh, by the way, we're on. We're all good here. So hello. I'm gonna keep the lounge beats on. Just a little bit of something.
Are we gonna be those guys?
Just a little something. Yeah.
Coming at you direct from the Wit Hotel.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, no, is it the W?
The W. I'm all congesty today. So
the guy who set up the show outside on a cool.
It's lovely.
Cool autumn evening.
Yeah, it's here we are.
How about those bears?
July 1st.
This is August in the UK. That's why he's out here.
I know. For me, it's summery. So I'm trying to figure out if we're at the right volume for everything.
I sound a little loud, but I never use a monitor ever.
No, the thing is, we're not using the monitors at all today. So I'm gonna try to do. Chris, you just keep an eye out for that. That's good, right? We're all good.
You're not doing anything else, Chris.
That's fine.
You're not doing anything constructive. Hey, welcome to the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. It's July 1st on our calendars. December 30th was not the last show we did. We did one in the spring. I'm sure we did because I just downloaded it. I thought
it's our biennial show.
I gotta think we did one in March or something, didn't we?
Nope.
December. The last time we did a show was December.
Yep.
That's crazed.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to choose to believe it. Because I just don't have the energy to look on my phone right now. I don't know why. But anyway, tonight we have a little bit of a gut buster of a show. Brad's not here tonight because he's in Mexico.
Celebrating our nation's independence.
That's right, celebrating our nation's independence by going to Mexico. Actually, I believe he's down there for a wedding. And rather than put the show off until July 15th when we were all together.
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have my wedding in Mexico on the 4th of July weekend. You can all come, right?
See, that was a way for the parents to save money on the wedding. I'll pay for your wedding, but you got to have it in Mexico on 4th of July weekend.
That's not saving anybody any money at all.
Imagine.
No, just not so many people come.
Imagine a bastard who would do something like that.
Yeah, you guys.
Mexico, Las Vegas, 4th of July, Memorial Day. It's all the same thing.
Yeah, people won't come. Yeah,
y'all were invited, and you were all free to come or not come, and I didn't care one way or the other.
I showed up just for the Vegas fun. That was good. I wanted to do that.
That was nice.
So anyway, Brad's not here with us this evening, which is okay. We miss him, we love him, but we got a bit of a gut buster of a show. We got a bunch of listener mail contribution to go through later. Chris has been in Japan, and we got to hear about how that went. I was in Croatia of all things, and that was bizarre. So we've got shit to lay out on the Tiki listeners tonight. So that
doesn't sound like I think you wanted it to sound.
What?
We got shit to lay out on the Tiki listeners.
We got stuff to talk about. We got stuff to chat about. Plus,
come on over, Tiki listeners. Lay out in the backyard, and we will get to you as biology.
No, that's not it at all. Plus, listener Lori 2 weeks ago said, "Hey, where are you guys at? How come you haven't done a show?" And I said, "Well, as soon as I get back into town, the first week I'm back in town, I promise we'll do a show." And
that was last week, Tom.
No, last week I wasn't officially home all week last week. I didn't get home until Tuesday of last week. So last week would not have accounted. You would not want to talk to me on the Wednesday after me being gone for 3 weeks.
Sure I would.
That would have been
that's how I am.
bad for business.
No.
So But yeah, we're putting this out there because we got stuff to talk about, and we don't want to make you wait till July 15th. However, the good news is July 15th is still set in stone. So we will do a show this week, and then we will do another show on July 15th. We're all good for that, right? We're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right, there we go. So that nothing's gonna fuck that up. So Radio Tiki listeners, you're gonna get 2 shows back to back, as it were. So there we go.
And then no shows for another.
And then no
7
shows
months.
for another 7 months. No.
Yeah.
This is our biannual
yeah,
checkup.
That's right. We have to check in, make sure everybody's alive.
Semi-annual.
Turn your head. It's our turn your head and cough is spectacular.
I don't go to doctors.
I'm enjoying a zombie dust from Jeff. We're not going to have beer talk tonight. I just want to say thank you to Jeff for sharing that with me because it's lovely. It's fantastic.
Are there any adjuncts in this beer?
Shut up.
Adjuncts? No, zombie
Shut
dust.
Adjuncts. Is zombie dust an
He
adjunct?
heard me use the word one night. Now he uses it whenever he can, just to be that guy.
Is it a saison?
No, it is not. They call it a pale ale, but everybody knows it's an IPA.
It's very hoppy. I like it.
Okay.
Very citrusy. I like as well.
There's 4 more in here.
Well, one at a time, son. Please, one at a time. But let's start slow. Let's have a little aperitif. How was trivia night last night? I was gonna go,
Trivial.
but
Trivial.
I had to watch USA women's soccer with my wife.
They won.
Yeah, I know, and she's really getting into it.
It's 'cause you were
cute
there.
Yeah, well, it's really cute to see her getting into a sport again. So it's because my little sporty wife,
even if it really isn't a sport.
Oh, it's there's a lot of young ladies over here that'll kick your ass for saying that, sir. Not here in this house, but here in America. America. So, how was beer trivia last night? How did the team do?
3rd place.
Yay! Wait, that's the deciding place.
Uh-huh.
You get to pick the questions for the next thing, right?
Yeah, that's what we've been shooting for, and,
All right.
and we keep stumbling into first.
And we keep winning.
Yeah.
We keep being the only one to get the final fucking question right. God damn it. And winning money instead of other things that we aren't money that, wait a minute, there's a flaw in our plan.
Yeah, darn it, we keep winning the money. So
We all drank last night, and our total bill was 50 cents.
nice.
Well, no, you had to pay. You had to chip in for the tip.
Yes.
Yes.
If somebody would have just gone for a Diet Coke and not root beer.
You would have been under.
Yes.
Now, did you get the cheese board since you had the money to throw around? Did
No.
you,
The charcuterie.
No.
the charcuterie? Oh.
No.
Somebody
No.
bought the cheese.
Somebody bought the cheese.
It's a lot of yelling going on inside my house. It's the poltergeist. So,
Somebody must have scored a goal, or there must have been an egregious call.
I'll poke my head in there in a moment.
Seeing that it's soccer, it must have been an egregious call, because goals are like...
Was that my wife or was that my daughter?
I don't know.
Sound like your son.
No, he's down in the basement.
Oh.
And he's 12. His voice is still a little bit higher pitched than whatever that noise was that just came out. So he's working on it. We're entering the Peter Brady days, where every once in a while Max will be talking and it'll pop.
Yeah.
So
I've been there.
What?
Really? You've been there? Really?
Eventually.
Really?
Someday.
Oh, with Chris, it was only 2 years ago.
Notice he's not defending
He did.
himself.
There's hair where there wasn't hair before.
My body's
get it off.
changing. My body is changing. Going back to the beer trivia night, just for a momentito. What will to help everybody understand, the team that comes in first and second, they get money. There's some sort of
Gift card. A gift card for your
prize.
next visit.
The third place team gets to pick the
A
theme,
category.
gets to
category.
decide the category
A category
for
of
one of the
6,
rounds of
well,
questions
5,
in the
but-
next week.
Yes.
So you guys get to pick the topic of a category. So in the past, topics have been 80s teen drama.
That was
no,
80s teen
movies.
sex comedies was
Yeah.
the last
Yeah.
one we got to choose.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's also been Blade Runner. I think somebody said there was a Blade Runner category.
No.
There's a
I thought Jessica told me that
No.
was.
There's a Firefly.
Firefly.
Oh, Firefly. I knew it was something.
And then like
Last night was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles somebody had picked. It's
okay.
always great when somebody picks a category that you know something about. That didn't happen last night. I just want to point out. But
yeah.
it's
Well, you
always
guys
nice.
didn't know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Not to this level of
We got a few
Minutiae?
points. We got a few points.
Yeah.
fandom.
I think we
We knew that they were turtles.
got more points
Oh.
than the team that
Oh,
picked the
wait.
Really?
The question we got the most points on was, yes, we all know that these are Renaissance artists. Pick one and name 3 of their works.
Oh, really?
That's
What?
what?
Oh, fuck!
Kabaddi!
No. Wait, they scored an own goal? Oh.
what
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
screaming was?
Ra-
30 seconds left.
that was what the screaming was? It was my wife screaming. Japan won the Women's World Cup this evening.
No,
or
no,
the
semifinal.
The semifinal.
Hey,
now
look
it's
how
going
the
to be
dog made it outside.
It's going to be Japan versus USA on Sunday. We were really hoping for a UK USA final because that would have involved a lot of hate speech back and forth with my friends. So, oh well, that's okay. USA now we can root for wholeheartedly. So,
Yatta!
Do we have to? Am I required to?
No. You
Or
don't
can I
have
just
you can
continue to ignore it?
You can choose to ignore.
Okay.
I'm talking about in my
Good.
household.
Good.
So my household will be
I taste like chicken.
we'll be watching the game on Sunday, but we won't have as big a to do now
Okay.
because
Sure.
Japan won. So
He's going to eat that USB.
no, he doesn't eat stuff like that.
He was
Actually, my
sniffing at it.
poor dumb dog. He's
dumb dog.
He's having trouble walking. He's got some sort of hip dysplasia thing,
Yeah.
and also he has a penchant for jumping out of second-story windows.
Yeah, that's
That'll do it.
Yeah.
that'll.
So he's probably injured himself in some way, and we didn't know it, and now somebody limps a little bit when he's been laying down for too long. Once he gets walking, though.
So do I.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
But see, Loki's only 4. He's
Oh.
only 4.
That's about me and dog year, then.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I don't think so.
4 times 7. He's only 28.
They say the first 4. It's not linear. It's
Algorithmic.
It's that the first few set up
Asymptotic?
and then yes, asymptotic to
So
death
their aging slows down as they get older.
in
Interesting.
human years.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's pretty. Hey, buddy. He's pretty beat up. I don't know why. He's not a fighting dog. He's just a dog.
He's just a
Look,
dog.
he's all limpy, limp.
Jumps out of windows. Of
I
course
know.
he is. He's an action hero dog.
So
Get the fuck away from my
speaking
beer
of,
dog.
Action, we should get a photo tonight. We're sitting under the new Radio Tiki pergola.
We don't need a photo.
Yeah, we have a photo of the Radio Tiki outdoors.
Don't need a
We did
photo.
a summer show last year.
Yeah.
I like it. Like we got the bird mic going.
So,
Huh?
you just had this refinished, or?
No, I built this thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was.
There's a thing here.
Okay. Yeah.
This wasn't here before. We put this up.
I knew something was different. I couldn't really.
That and we've got umbrellas everywhere. Like when I put the canvas over this,
Yeah.
the actual entire deck is sealed off from the weather.
Oh.
It's because we throw it. There's a canvas that we put over this, so then you could go from the grill all the way to the other side of the deck, and it'd be pouring rain and not get wet.
But you can still see the twisters coming.
Oh yeah. Because that'll take this right out.
Sure.
The twister will turn this little contraption into toothpicks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and with my view back here, the twister would always come from over there. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
Kind of like what it looks like tonight.
Yeah. Okay. It's
My
always,
whole let's do 2 hours of radio on the deck might get. We might have to
All
shorten
right,
that up.
No, there's no rain forecast for like next week.
I think
The
it's,
fuck is all that then?
it's just the
Wow,
sunset.
with the sun going down.
I'll check the radar here.
No, there's
Carol Stream.
That's lovely Carol Stream.
No, well, it's going away from us.
It's slipping sideways.
It's going southeast.
So the category last night was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
What will you be picking for next week? What deviousness do you have to decide now?
Oh,
no,
yeah, we already
we
decided.
Oh, you have to tell him that.
Yeah.
You have to
well,
tell
he
him.
kind of has to write some questions.
Yeah, there's preparations.
All right, but you don't want to say
Uh,
in case people are listening.
Right, it's
Yeah.
Doctor Who, of course.
So are you doing Doctor Who?
Of course.
Yeah.
I lobbied just for old series, but I was overruled.
You can't do that.
Why not?
Well, you could have, but
yeah, there was a
That would've been
category
harsh.
on
One fucking team did It's Always Sunny in
In
Philadelphia
Philadelphia.
episode titles.
episode titles,
oh no, that's just rude.
and it was multiple choice.
Oh no, that's rude.
Yes.
So there is an implied level of rudeness that comes with the responsibility.
Ah, okay. So you're
But you
supposed
can't be
to.
too rude, apparently, because I tried to slip snooker in and I wasn't allowed.
Snooker rules would have been fine.
I wasn't allowed.
Cricket, you can try cricket next
I
time.
know nothing about cricket. I know a lot about snooker. Strangely enough.
It's easy enough to learn a lot about cricket very quickly.
Yeah, well.
You just got to look. You know what? There's whole websites dedicated to cricket minutia.
Yes.
You know, so you could have you could just easily do that. Of course, so could everybody else. But
Yeah, so,
they would know that it was coming. So.
oh, but they don't know it's coming, you see.
Yeah, they don't know
Only
what they're
us and Tim, the host, know what the category
okay.
is. Unless somebody was eavesdropping.
So Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Doctor Who next week, Tuesday.
And he seemed to be pleased with our choice of category, so I would assume a nice, easy category if you're knowledgeable.
Because he likes it.
Yes.
All right, good. There we go. And the normal prize for coming in first is $30, right?
Yeah.
And the second prize is $10,
Yeah.
right? So it's a very lucrative little hobby that you guys have
it's
got on
not
Tuesdays.
cash money.
Yeah, but
It's company script.
it's company script, which you can make do with. I mean, they got lovely
Yeah.
beers over there. They got a nice selection.
Sure.
So it's all right. So, I'm positive that we've had a show since December 30th.
Oh, God.
Nope.
Because that was how I ended up doing the beer trivia. Isn't
I
it?
think you came to beer, but you couldn't arrange it to have a show because your friend was in, and you didn't want to do a show while your friend was here.
Right.
Yeah.
My friend was here in March. Yeah, maybe that was it. I guess that was it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm blanking out. They're all blurring together. So because then I was gonna say Jeff and Jessica went on vacation because you and I did the beer trivia alone the one night.
Yes.
So we came in fifth. Came in fifth.
Yeah, because there was a creative writing exercise.
Yeah.
Glad we weren't there that week. Oh, boy. That sounded like it sucked.
It was. Yeah. There was a lot of. There was a lot of things that were unusually different, including you and Jessica not being there.
Right.
It was like when the host comes over and says to Chris, he goes, "Oh, you guys normally do much better, but I changed stuff." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, at least I know what we're doing." So, Jeff and Jessica picked the week that that they changed stuff. That's right. It was fun. It was all right. But I feel like I let the team down. I was in there subbing for Jeff and Jess and
Whatever.
But Chris and I had a lovely time. So, all right, man. Where did you run? You went to tour of the South. You were all over Dixie or something, weren't you?
No, Mount Rushmore?
Oh, that was North. When did you go South last year?
I haven't been South in Christ. I don't know when the last time I've been South was. Last time I was South was before I was married.
No, because you and Jessica have gone South together.
Yeah, before we were married.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Didn't you go once with your dad?
Yeah, I went to New Orleans
that
with
was-
my dad
yeah.
a few years ago. That's right.
Yeah, but I was mistaken.
Oh, and just then I have been to New Orleans a couple
was gonna say,
times.
yeah.
Why am I forgetting about New Orleans? Hey, yeah, that's a comfortable spot.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's like right where my cat would sit, right there.
That's Loki's normal spot, so he's comfy there.
Okay, good. You're not going to kick my ass, move me? Good.
That's right. You went to Mount Rushmore and couldn't see anything.
Correct.
That was your trip.
Fuck yeah.
It happens at altitude. sometimes.
Curse of the white man. That's what it
It's
is.
just right there, too. Every place else was fine.
Yeah, see, because it's Indian curse.
Whatever.
So, how long of a drive from Chicago to Mount Rushmore? What are we talking about?
MapQuest said it was going to be 13 hours, but of course you don't drive straight through. So getting there about, I think, 18, 19 hours, something like that.
When a Jeff and Jessica drive, is it raining? It's raining, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
No, I just started looking up, and I was like, what was looking at?
Yeah.
When a Jeff and Jessica drive somewhere, how often is the stopping? Because I know how often we have to stop when a Tom and Vicky drive somewhere.
If we weren't going as far, there would have been more stopping. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. So
But since it was 13
there was
hours
forced holding.
13 hours turned into 18 hours. That's how much stopping there was.
And that's not
with couple
sleeping,
meals.
stopping. Not
No,
sleep,
no.
you just.
No, straight through. We left at about 3 a.m., 4 a.m., something like that.
Do you do when you stop? Do you do like the Truck America stops? I love those places. Like the big TA truck stop.
If we need gas and that's what's available, sure.
Oh, but you don't purposely stop there for like a meal.
No.
Oh, remember when I was in college with you guys?
Patty melt. You get a patty melt
the
everywhere.
patty melt everywhere I go. If I'm driving somewhere, I still try to do the patty melt wherever I stop.
try and do biscuits and gravy if it's breakfast. Same thing.
Well, a proper truck stop will give you biscuits and gravy any time of the day or
Sure.
night, my friend.
Well, I know
Doesn't
that,
just
but,
have to be breakfast.
I'd prefer it if it were.
No, you want that heartburn at 3 p.m. This gravy was made with bacon grease.
Oh, that's the best kind.
Sawmill.
Yep.
Some places, depending on how they make the biscuits and gravy, you either get it with sausage grease or bacon grease. The best ones are when you get bacon grease gravy with sausage chunks in it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just have to cleanse out the arteries later.
America.
That's what the 4th of July is for. The explosions shake all that shit out of your veins. Why do you blow stuff up? For my heart.
Yeah.
On one of my recent flights, I was watching something from the Tribeca Film Festival about the White family from West Virginia. Do you know about this, Chris? Because you're West Virginia in your roots. The last name of this family is the Whites. They're called the Whites.
That sounds like a stereotype.
No. It's just like they got this weird long history, and they're like this big, legendary criminal family in West Virginia. And when we were saying America before and blowing stuff up to shake, for my health, it reminded me of this film because the 84-year-old matriarch, like the woman, she had a stroke in the film, and her daughter comes in. If anybody in Radio Tiki Land has seen this movie, I don't know, was it called The Legend of the Whites or something like that? If you look up Tribeca Film Festival, West Virginia, you're gonna find this movie. But the 84-year-old matriarch has a stroke, and what she says to her daughter when her daughter comes in to see her, she says, "No, there's something else wrong with me. I wasn't crushing up no oxys and snorting them this time." 84 years old. 84 years old. She goes, "I wasn't crushing up no oxys and snorting them." And this film, they walk around. They look at like 3 or 4 generations of this crazy ass family in West Virginia. And one of the daughters has lost her child because there's drugs in her system, and somebody's just got out of jail. It's like they're following the women. It's mostly about the women of this family. So there's the matriarch, there's the main mom person, there's one of the daughters, and then there's, I think, a granddaughter, and it's all different generations of this same family. But they all for fun, they go to the local bar, and in the bar on the toilet, they go up and crush up random things and snort them. So this is
isn't
done
a
as
Jackass movie.
No, it looked
Johnny
like a Jack.
Knoxville?
It looked like Johnny Knoxville was going to show up, but this is where I wish we had a live show, because at some point somebody would have told us by now. When we take a little break, I'll look up the title of that film.
Yes, we all have phones and iPads.
No, but I don't have the means of looking it up right now. I'm using my phone for our background lounge beats.
Oh,
Is that working? It's still working, right?
Oh yeah.
Lounge beats.
It's functioning, but I would argue that it's not working.
Oh, come on. It's fun to have a little lounge beat in the background. A little funky. But anyway, that Jeff possibly not stopping at Truck America and blowing stuff up reminded me of that film. I love to stop at the Truck America places because you get weird jerky. So, like, you can get... Like,
well, that happens out in the back.
In fact, I was driving to. Remember earlier this year when I drove to Washington D.C. just for the fun of it?
Yeah, you slept in your car.
I slept in my car in West Virginia. So there's that.
That would be from 2009, The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. There we go.
From Oceana, West Virginia, huh?
Yeah, just don't ask.
I really, really recommend
go
you
see
see
the
this film. Wait, what part of West Virginia are your people hailing from? Where were you at?
Well, the parts near Pennsylvania and Ohio.
All right, so
That's where my people come from.
you guys are both West Virginia.
Well,
My,
I was actually born there.
My grandmother was born out there, near Wheeling.
Oh yeah, sure.
And
It's a casino.
and she weren't crushing up no oxys and snorting them. That was it. The wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia.
So I could probably look at a map and tell you the town and wonder to see if you've heard of it.
All right, well, Jeff,
I've been there a few times.
I actually, I'm so congested. I need to blow my nose. So
All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go off mic for just a second, okay?
Rap!
I ain't crushing no oxys. I really am just blowing my nose. I'm not crushing no oxys.
He's got to tell the neighbors that, I guess.
Oh, I figured out what bird that is.
What bird is that?
It's the red-winged blackbird,
Okay.
or yellow-winged blackbird.
No, we have red-winged blackbirds back here.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's what that bird is. I was like, it sounds so familiar.
No, that bird, that's a 737.
That's
I forgot what it was like to live under a flight path.
That's a 737. Well, we're only under a flight path when the weather changes, because normally they don't turn here. So the fact that they're turning here tells me they're changing direction of the airport.
sure.
So, but yeah, we got, not only do we have the lounge beats, we got the nature beats going on back here.
You gonna turn it to the ambient channel on Pandora
I'm using YouTube.
or the spa channel?
Actually, that was my big survival, because I had this last business trip. I was in Norway, Sweden, Croatia, and Bosnia.
Sure.
And as much as I love BBC World Service on the news, it's kind of like, remember how we used to watch headline news every 30 minutes it would repeat itself?
Sure.
BBC does that every hour.
Yes.
So if I'm in my room at night, I only got an hour of stuff before it repeats. So Tommy learned to love the 8 hours of this kind of channel on YouTube, because the YouTube was free and I could get the YouTube to pipe through the hotel television. I couldn't get Netflix.
No.
And I couldn't get iPlayer, BBC iPlayer.
No.
I couldn't get anything that showed films.
Right.
Where I was.
Anything that you need to have an IP address in the country of
Right.
origin.
So YouTube was my, I could get 8 hours of LA DJ from 1975. You know, I could get 6 hours of lounge beat jazz. I could get 4 hours of ocean waves. You know, so this was cool.
I love the dog and all, but Cooey maybe.
Oh, I'm enjoying this. Look, his lipstick's out.
God.
My dog is raping Jeff.
Now I'm gonna sit down.
No means no.
No, come on, buddy. No.
Loki.
No.
Oh, I just yelled at the dog through the mic. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you through the mic. Loki.
Loki says no.
He's not there for fun. Jeff is not for fun.
No, he is not.
Jeff is never fun for anyone. Stop it. Okay.
A lesson learned through many hard years.
Yes. Actually, I believe what he's doing is trying to annoy you so much that you get off his couch.
Yeah, I have cats. I know
that's
what that's
exactly
like.
what he's fucking
I have
doing.
cats.
I don't
I know
believe
that.
it.
I
I'm
know
going to
that.
put him in. Hang on a second. Just put it. Again, enjoy the Radio Tiki ambient.
Well, no, he's wandering out. Hooray.
So 4 hours of YouTube before the oxy you snorted kicked in.
That's right. That's right. No. Now, when I'm in places like Bosnia and Croatia, you can just go and buy street drugs right in the front of the hotel, so that's fine. You know,
Oh, sure.
you need anything, you just go down. Who's the guy selling? That guy. That guy is selling.
Great.
Hey, Chicago, boom, boom.
Wait till I'm telling you, man. Wait, I gotta write I'm gonna write a travel book. not like your Richard Bryson travel book. I'm gonna write a book about weird shit to do in places where you don't know what to do.
What's that guy? What's that PBS guy's name?
Burt Wolf.
No.
Yeah, along the same lines, but he's always on during pledge drives.
Pledge week, yeah. See, look, the planes are coming around again. See, it's,
It's the same plane.
That's a big one too. So the drive to Mount
What,
Rushmore.
Jeffrey Bear in Chicago? That guy?
What else? What else did you and
Roger or something?
Oh, Richard? No, Richard Jane.
No, I'm just looking at
Yeah, just do PBS Travel Guy.
PBS Travel
That'll
Guy.
That'll come
with
up.
50,000
Yeah,
names.
no. It'll
pop right up.
right up. I'm telling you. It's going to be something weird like Richard Jenny. Although I know Richard Jenny's a comedian, I know that's
Yeah.
not who it is. But that would
Rick
be
Steves.
Rick Steves.
I didn't even need to type it in. That's how good
Rick
Google
Steves
is.
Europe.
Rick Steves, Japan.
I hear he doesn't go to, he just goes to Europe. And the theory I've heard is the reason why he spends so much time in Europe
Yeah,
is because he bases himself at Amsterdam for the weed.
could do.
A person could do worse for themselves,
Yeah.
I guess, if that were their
And
chosen.
Amsterdam is a great place to go anywhere else because it's the one of the busiest transfer airports in the
Right.
world. Like if you want to meet somebody from anywhere else in the world, just stand at Schiphol for half an hour. Pick a country there where you want to meet somebody from. You will meet them there. Micronesia, you can meet them.
That sounds like an odd vacation, but okay.
What are you doing? I'm trying to meet people from every country in the world.
Craigslist hookup.
Is there a list of every official country in the world?
No, nobody's ever made that
There's
list. Nobody even knows how many countries
That's
there
what I
are.
mean. That's what I mean.
There's got to be at least 1,000.
No, I think there's only like 322. Isn't there official countries
I'm
in the
sure
world?
Wikipedia has.
Nobody's ever made that list. Huh?
What I'm saying is, you play the driver's license game as a kid.
Yeah.
You can play the country game as an adult. You got to meet
Going
somebody
to
from
California.
every
You
country.
remember what the last fucking license plate we saw was, and you'll never guess this. We saw all of the Canadian provinces before we saw our 50th state on the way to California in 1994.
You can't because you can't see a Hawaii license plate.
We did.
How? How does that happen?
I don't know how.
I don't know what
happens.
Idaho. We're going to California via Colorado.
Yeah.
The 50th state we saw was Idaho.
How the fuck does it happen that we see a Hawaiian license plate in the States? Somebody was fucking with you.
We saw.
I've seen,
like I said, we
I've seen
saw
Hawaiian license plates going to and from work. I don't ask questions.
What in California?
No, Chicago.
I absolutely thoroughly roll for disbelief.
Okay.
Why
not?
For
All right.
Tax reasons, tax dodge.
no, I don't.
He had,
think
an
so.
he had an Illinois plate out in California.
That's different. There's a connective reason for them to be there.
I don't think Hawaii taxes are that.
The only thing I can think of is if it's somebody that's in the Navy.
In the Navy.
And they sail the 7 seas in the Navy. Put your mind at ease. If it was somebody that was in the Navy and they got transferred and they were an officer,
yes,
I think they can move their car.
You're there. You go. You figured it out.
All right, going back, Tom. What's your over/under on the number of countries in the world?
I want to say it was like 322.
Chris?
Under.
Well, what's yours?
It's like 180 something.
206.
Official countries in the world.
There are 190 whose sovereignty is undisputed, and then 16 whose sovereignty is disputed.
Wait, who are the 16 whose sovereignty
well, I think you can
disputed?
guess.
Armenia, which is not recognized by Pakistan.
Eh,
Armenia. Okay.
Damn you!
Okay.
Armenia, fuck those guys.
I love the Radio Tiki rabbit holes we end up going down. That's one of my favorite things about Radio Tiki. Radio Tiki rabbit holes. Sometimes you have to take a nice Radio Tiki laxative to get in that rabbit hole, but still.
That's what the blue pill's for.
Exactly.
China.
China is not a disputed. but
Partially unrecognized.
I was going to say part of it. So, like, the
Because
Taiwan
I bet you we'll scroll down a little and see, like, Mongolia and Tibet as unrecognized. Cyprus, of course, not recognized by Turkey.
Right.
Really?
Yep.
You know what? I just had. In fact, in my class 2 weeks ago, I had a guy from Greece, I had a guy from Malta, I had a guy from Cyprus, I had a guy from Turkey, and I had 2 people from Romania.
And they were all best friends.
I had to make sure that some of the workshops didn't. I didn't pair them up inappropriately.
Of course, you have Israel.
I was told by my hosts. Yeah, you have to make sure certain people don't end up working together.
All right.
You have Israel, which is partially unrecognized. Here's a good one. North Korea, which is claimed by South Korea.
Yep.
Yeah.
And South Korea,
Which is claimed
claimed by North Korea.
Oh, there you go. Those two kids.
So they're not.
When are they going to work
fully-
stuff out?
This list is not nearly as sexy as I thought it would be. Palestine, of course.
This is not a sexy list.
It's not. It's
I was-
kind of a
yeah.
sad, boring list.
I was hoping for more of those like unrecognized island nations.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what I thought.
Like the
Abkhazia,
Hibiscus Republic. Abkhazia? What?
which is claimed by Georgia and has no UN membership.
Because all those other places have UN membership. Armenia. Does Armenia have UN membership?
I think so.
Yeah.
There's the Cook Islands, which we're in the other category now. Other states,
What other? What does that mean? Other?
others that have issues.
What's wrong with the Cook Islands?
They're going to be
A state
underwater in
in
10
free
years.
association with New Zealand, the Cook Islands has relations with 41 other states, you slut. The Cook Islands is a member of multiple UN agencies with full treaty-making capacity. It shares a head of state with New Zealand, as well as having shared citizenship. Kosovo, claimed by Serbia.
Oh, it's just there.
Yeah. Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, claimed by Morocco.
That all sounds made up, including Morocco.
Yeah, well.
I don't believe Morocco exists.
Transnistria,
Oh, sure.
claimed by Moldova.
Moldova isn't even a country.
A de facto independent state recognized only by Abkhazia, Nagorno-Karabakh, and South Ossetia. Mm-hmm. Claimed and held by Moldova.
Those are all the countries from that movie, The Mouse That Roared.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I just dropped a Peter Sellers reference out there, ladies and gentlemen. I just referenced The Mouse That Roared. Enjoy. Come on, give me one more. Give me
No,
one of
that
those.
was it. That was it.
Like it exists just to be a pirate radio station kind of nations.
I've navigated from the page.
Damn it!
And if you've ever used Safari, navigating back to a page is not the most.
No,
Safari? What? What?
Because I have an iPad,
Well, there's your problem. You know, Safari is now the new Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
I don't use either.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I use
There you
Firefox
go.
for everything.
Okay.
You know what? The company that I work for most of the time, even they officially they use Internet Explorer, but when you call the help desk with problems, they say we recommend you just install Firefox. Really? Why don't you just do that? Because we can't.
Right. Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, some of the backwards ass policies that companies get themselves into.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when a company becomes so successful and so large that it has to create infrastructure and policies and procedures in order to get things done, I understand that. But then eventually the policies and procedures overtake the reason that the business was in business in the first place.
Uh-huh.
And that causes everyone to get their heads shoved firmly up their asses. It's very destructive.
Uh-huh.
Very destructive. Sorry. Anyway, I'm climb off my soapbox.
No, that's all right.
Besides Mount Rushmore, what did you do up in the Dakotas? How long were you up there? Just a couple days? Or?
Just a couple days.
Yeah.
Day, went around Rapid City a little bit. Found the place to have beer there, of course.
Was it a beer? Was it a bit of a beercation? Was that it?
No, not at all.
No?
Just happened to find the place.
All right.
Went through Custer National Park, which is like the Needles Highway and all these things, these little roads that are probably as wide as your deck.
Yeah.
In a dense fog, up
Nice.
and down mountains with nobody else around.
That's
And I
funny.
glanced down and I had like an eighth of a tank of gas.
We're going to die out here,
We're
honey.
gonna die out here, pretty much.
Is your cell phone charged?
All of a sudden, it's Manos, the hands of fate. The master wants to meet Jessica.
Yeah. Then we go on the loop where you're supposed to see all the buffalo, and none of them are there until you actually leave and are leaving.
And they got that one chained to the last light post.
No.
Let me up.
But the Needles Highway, I would highly recommend if you're out that way.
Well, I'm driving to Montana. That's why I'm asking. I'm driving to Montana July 23rd. Here's the deal. The son and I, the boy and I, are going to drive the truck to Montana. Vicky and Alex are going to fly to Kalispell, and we're going to pick them up. We're all meeting some friends of ours at a house near Glacier National Park.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend the week at Glacier National Park. But Max and I are driving.
The train goes right to Glacier. The train has 2 stops inside of Glacier. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Can I put my car on the train?
No, you can't put your car on your train. What kind of craziness is that?
what a lot of other countries in the world do.
Right.
But why can't we? We'd be good.
We have one auto train
I'd say
route.
they have an auto train route here.
Yeah,
don't
between
they?
Washington, D.C. and Orlando.
Oh, yeah, to help all the old people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn them.
You figured it out.
Damn old people. Got to get my car down here.
Yeah.
Oh,
You wouldn't be going unless you were.
listen, you're a cattle or a hog. People train goes out of Stubbville.
You would be going. You wouldn't be going past Rushmore unless you were intentionally going out of your way to see Rushmore.
Yeah.
Well, I might
Which
do. That's the
actually
thing.
I would recommend.
I might do,
because that you'd be going up there and across like the northern tier through like Michigan and Montana and North Dakota and
Yeah, 90
that's
as opposed to 80. You're taking
90, yeah,
I was thinking I would take 90 instead of 80.
no 80.
80
88.
instead of 90.
You want to take 80.
80 instead of 90.
Doesn't 90 go up and 80 go south?
Yes.
Yes.
But if I want to go...
90 is going to go through Minnesota and up that way through North Dakota.
Oh, and,
You want
80
the southern road if you want to see Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
All right, and that'll go through South Dakota and then to Montana.
No, you'd have to cut.
You have to cut
up.
up somewhere.
And I would suggest finding some little two-laner because it'll be the best thing you've ever seen.
Well, that's what the whole point of this is. Max and I are going to do this is a father-son thing. We're putting the futon mattress in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I got the safari rack on the top of the car.
Good first
with all the
day.
luggage.
Good first day. Make
Yeah.
it to Sioux City, South Dakota. It's a
Yeah.
good first day.
Yeah.
You can take your time going out there. Then, if you've got a few days, go Sioux City, South Dakota to Rapid City.
Yeah.
Spend the evening in Rapid City.
Okay.
See Mount Rushmore. See the Crazy Horse Memorial. Head on out. Oh, you have to drive through the Badlands, which this little bastard wouldn't. It was awesome.
But why would you not want to drive to the Badlands?
Sturgis motorcycles.
There's a lot of motorcycles.
I don't care. I mean,
There's not going to be a lot of motorcycles when you're going.
Wait, when are you going?
July 24th.
There might be some motorcycles. You might have timed it that poorly.
Roll up the windows.
Let me,
Really?
let
Then
me
I'll
check.
just avoid the area.
I'm pretty sure it's in August because there's a few people in work all excited about
Oh,
going.
you can just take 80 all the way. Because 80 eventually starts going north to link up with
Well, I'm looking. I'm for those of you that have driven out that way. I'm looking for some nice stuff to see. I want to.
Don't go the southern route through August 3rd through the 9th is Sturgis this year, so you're fine.
All right. Wait, August 3rd. I'm going to be coming back with my truck August 1st and 2nd.
Well, then go north. You've already seen all the shit going out. Go
Yeah.
avoid it coming back.
Although, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be bad unless the motorcycles are. See, the problem with motorcycles is unless they're actual motorcyclists, they're old white guys who are doctors and lawyers, and they're reliving their
Bingo.
yeah, and they drive too slow. So nothing is worse than old men, lawyers, doctors on a Harley. I hate
Yeah.
that.
No, once you get out that way, if
Yeah.
you take the southern route, you'll see that. Take the loop road for the Badlands. It's like 15 miles. It'll take you an hour.
All right.
It's great. Wall drug for dinner, of course.
Okay. Yeah. The historic wall drug.
Yeah. If you're really into the tourist trap,
Yeah.
the whole area is a tourist trap. Though not as much as it was.
Yeah.
Like there was like 3 come see the Borglum Museum semi-trailers, and that was it.
Mhm.
They're all gone.
Interesting.
It was
Because they
sad.
put in casinos.
Yeah, that's the
But
kind
then
of tourists they're getting
there's
now.
like a million wall drug signs, but they're
Yes.
like newer replaced signs. So.
Sure. They're not
And
hurting
then
for
and then you go out, and then on your way up, you hit Devil's Tower.
Am I going to see the Devil's Tower on my way to Montana?
Yes, you are, sir.
if you
It's
come,
just over the border.
just in Wyoming.
Okay. Sorry, I upped the lounge a little bit too much there. A little bit. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how America is put together. But,
Uh-huh.
doesn't it? If I drew a straight line from here west,
Yes.
would I not have?
Well, if you drew a straight line from here west,
You have to
Well,
cut,
you go
you have
through
to
Iowa,
go, you have
right?
to go
I know
north
you-
a little bit.
If I swung north, Wisconsin, Minnesota, next to Minnesota is South Dakota and North Dakota.
Yes.
If I go the southern way, there's South Dakota.
Uh-huh.
Next to South Dakota, unless I'm mistaken, I thought was Montana.
No,
Yes.
Wyoming. Well,
well, depending on where you cross the border.
part of Wyoming, part of Montana.
yeah.
So they it's an overlap there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So South Dakota, the north part of South Dakota is Montana.
Yes.
The south part of South Dakota is Wyoming.
Yes.
Yes.
Then and where's Devil's Tower? Is it in
Wyoming.
that little corner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking A. I'm going to make Max watch Close Encounters, and then we're going to go to Devil's Tower. Oh my God, that's going to be awesome.
That's not a real life movie.
What?
We went around to the back. There's not a secret landing base for UFOs.
That's because they've hidden it, man.
All right.
I mean, not to derail things here.
Oh, you know what's fun? You know what's fun on that trip?
See that green line?
Yeah.
That's the highway. There's Rapid City. You'd be having to cut right up, and there's Billings.
Okay. Well, I got to go to Kalispell.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So.
You know what the other fun thing to do is
Yeah.
spot the Minuteman missile silos.
Well, it's always the
There's-
3
there's
radio
the-
towers.
There's the Minuteman Museum
Yeah.
just outside of Rapid City.
I know that all the missiles are in Minot or near Minot.
The active ones are, but
Yeah.
they used to have them
Yeah.
there too. Yeah.
We used to have them in Rapid City.
I think
Oh,
so.
but that's near where the museum is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But the missile silo, isn't it just like a little fenced-in area in the middle of a farm with 3 antennas?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, like so when you see 3 antennas, you know that's missile silo.
I don't know about the 3, but it's usually you're driving by and there's this big fence and a lot of U.S. Air Force stuff, and
Yeah.
and you look out there and there's nothing really visible out there. So I don't know what we're protecting, and then you put 2 and 2 together and realize
It's a missile silo. The big concrete bunker goes sliding aside. So I was able to watch that. That was one of the things that was in English when I was in Sweden.
day after.
No, the day after. Actually, I watched the day after. Is that the one with John Lithgow? That's John
yeah.
Lithgow. Yeah. I watched
that
it.
makes
Yeah.
for a good business.
In the
trip.
original
That's
Swedish.
no. Well, it was the words were underneath in Swedish, but
Yeah,
you know,
oh jeez.
the whole scene where there's a big flash and you see the silhouette of a horse.
Yeah.
The horse goes, the farmer goes. Yeah, and then the rest. It's just 2 hours of John Lithgow slowly falling apart. So yeah, it's that was a breakdown. Although it seems like a world. I don't want to be Pollyannish here or anything, but it seems like a world that sort of doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
You know,
We're scared of different things.
we're
these
scared
days.
of much different shit now. Now it's an individual with a case full of bacteria. It's or somebody with a explosive mud pack.
Zombies.
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 That's the stuff that we got to worry about. My
Obamacare.
kids. Yeah, that's the evil. There you go. It's all evil.
Sharia law.
My kids don't even know what it's like to be afraid of nuclear war.
Your wife just kicked the dog out.
Oh my
Why'd you
God!
put it down?
Why do we keep doing that with the dog? You wanted to go out and be with here. Hey, honey, we're talking about our trip to Montana. Aren't you excited?
She doesn't look excited.
She didn't want to do the drive. Jeff says it's very romantic. It's lovely.
I did not say that.
It won't hurt your back.
It's nice to see that after all these years, Vicky is still crazy.
Oh
It's
my God,
nice
you
to
would not
see.
believe
So
the
certain
level of
things,
crazy.
it'll hurt my back.
Yeah, to be in the car that long will hurt my back. What?
Well, doesn't that? But you sit and then you do all the hiking to see the nature. Then you get back in the car and stiffen up.
20 hours is nothing. But that's not a euphemism. She really does have to feed the dog. Tomorrow, July 2nd, 2015, Vicky and I are married 21 years.
Old enough to drink.
Yeah, our marriage is old enough to drink. Woohoo! That's the part that lets you know she's still crazy.
Yeah.
No, here's what she said. She goes, "Oh, we should make reservations. We should go somewhere for dinner. Oh, you know what? Maybe we should go away for the night. Let's go away for the night. Oh, you know what, though? I work that day, and I'll be too tired. No, never mind. Let's not. Like, what the fuck? You are only 43. What? I just said very nicely
She
how much I
controls the
would.
breakers.
Yeah, she didn't even know where the
She
breakers
doesn't know
are.
which plug to pull.
She would know what plug to pull if she tried.
Damn, I wasn't going to make coffee tonight, but
Yeah.
you stop that.
Now I forgot what I was saying. Damn it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, well She's
We're
like,
celebrating 21 years of
she goes,
marriage.
oh, let's not, because I would be too tired. Like, you're only 43. Relax. You know, you can get more sleep on Friday. You got Friday off. You got Saturday off. Nothing's going on. No.
And I do all the work anyway, so you just need to lie there.
Oh, hey,
Huh? What?
are we muted? Is this muted?
No.
Yeah. How come we've been hearing ourselves the whole time?
I don't know.
Oh, that was weird. And we sound louder when we're like that.
This thing is...
I think we might need to invest in a new board at some point. I think I'll go start looking at.
Do we actually have a show there? I know the little thingies are going, but
it's either that or we're picking up alien transmissions or the planes flying over. That's what that...
No, because it's been happening the whole time. And I know that there's a difference between this and talking.
Yeah, right. We can hear... No, I don't know...
So what the heck was this all about then?
Okay,
now I can't hear myself. You
I know
just
why.
muted
I know
us.
why. I know
What?
why. I know why.
Why? Why what?
This is muting on one channel, but if you put it on this, it's like the premix, not the premix.
Yeah.
It's like it's the audition channel.
See that? Are we being heard here now or no?
Okay, well, yeah.
All right, and now.
And now.
And I bet you I can make this go away if I do this. Hello? No.
No.
I'm. Wait.
Okay.
Oh,
I knew it was something like that. I have a manual. No, I don't have a manual.
There's a. We've only had this for 12 years. I mean, why would we bother reading the instructions
Why would it
out
still
of
work?
that? It still works because it's a fine piece of equipment. We just
And then you use the term work loosely.
it's a damn good machine. It's got a lot of stuff on it that we could fuck up.
Quality European engineering.
Fine European engineering. So, but yeah. So tomorrow night we're going to go to Geneva. We're going to go to Wildfire on the River. So and celebrate 21 years of bliss
With the
bliss.
steak. Yourself a steak.
I don't know about steak. I'm getting to where I don't want to order steak or chicken in restaurants anymore.
No chicken?
First of all, I've never been a fan of restaurant chicken anyway.
Okay.
Only because I worked in Popeyes, when I was younger. And
Love that chicken at Popeyes.
I know. First of all, I'm a fan of Popeyes chicken. I'm not disparaging Popeyes. I enjoy the product. I enjoy the people. However, I could not eat chicken for 2 years after working there.
Mm-hmm.
And since I have worked there when I was 16, I've not been a big fan of ordering chicken in restaurants.
Okay. And you couldn't eat chicken for 2 years because of a non-compete clause, or
I couldn't deal with the smell.
Okay.
So it was. I wasn't competing with something. So after a while, I went, "Ooh, I could really go for some chicken," but that was about 2 years.
wow.
So now, does it make a difference if I turn this off or on? Yeah, I guess it is weird.
We're still figuring this stuff out.
Yeah, it's only in Radio Tiki.
It's
We're
experiment. That's
into
why
our
it's
second decade
It's
here.
an experiment. Oh, geez, second decade.
So, how about it? It's true.
Well into our second decade.
Yeah, we've been there for a while. First show was 2000, so we're almost getting into our third decade soon enough. 5 years. Yeah, that's right.
I gotta get my life together.
Got to get your shit together. Normally we've been breaking the show up in these little hour segments to make it more podcast palatable. We got a few minutes before our traditional break. Do we want to intro Japan? Do we want to talk about the Japan trip, or we want to save it for after break? Or
It's up to you. You want me to talk about Japan? I will.
I've been saving it. I've been like,
Jeff's already heard about it, so he's
that's your own fault. I want to hear about Japan. So
and he's seen all 1,100 pictures.
No, I haven't.
1,100. I could. Can you leave them for me on a stick?
No, I have not.
Thing is, we can look at the pictures, but it won't be good show stuff.
No, I know.
So,
I'm just joking about it.
But when I come to beer trivia, I can look at them. So, or we can look at them tonight after the show. So,
I don't think you want to look at all 1,100. I'll just, you saw my Facebook feed, right?
Yeah.
You got the highlights pretty much.
All right, but I'm really curious about that robot restaurant. That was very cool.
Yeah, I think that's an after the break story because there's
The break.
Off to the break.
after the break.
All right.
But I'll just summarize. I'll summarize the trip. exceeded expectations.
Yeah.
Need to figure out when I can go back again.
Really, it's that good. You loved it that much.
Yes.
And did you speak enough Japanese? You're good?
It was better than I knew how to read a lot. I can read the katakana, hiragana, and some kanji.
So you could read the stuff.
No, not all of it. No, definitely not. But enough that be able to order stuff in restaurants, and enough to be able to order stuff in restaurants and ask for water and stuff like that.
So you could look at a whole Japanese menu in a restaurant and you'd be all right.
If there's pictures.
America.
No, but I know enough
Konnichiwa.
for food. That's chicken and that's beef. And anyway, but no, I mean,
you couldn't get the description where it said subtle grains of saffron infused in this kale sauce. No. You didn't know enough for that.
I've just enough. I just got enough JLPT N5 knowledge to be able to say, can you give me some water? We need a knife and fork. Where is the bathroom?
¿Dónde es la baño?
¿Dónde está el baño? El baño.
¿Cómo se dice?
¿Cómo se dice en Nihongo?
¿Dónde?
¿Dónde eres?
And just being able to go up to somebody and say, what is this? How much is it? Just got people selling stuff on the streets and stuff. So
did they do that bullshit French thing where you speak to them in Japanese and they smile at you politely and speak back in English?
No. No.
I love France is a lovely place, but don't condescend to me. I hate that.
No. Well,
you get enough of that at home.
Yeah, I get that. Please.
I had one person correct my Japanese,
but he was being helpful, right?
Yes, yeah. right. And he.
What you say? You speak like child. You say something funny like a baby would say.
Right.
What did he do? How did he correct you?
No, I forgot to I forgot to put in a question word. That was basically what it was. It was like I kept asking what this, or not even this is, and dot, and he's like, well, he's like,
you can make it a question.
He didn't understand. I did make it a question. And he's like, what? He needed to know what was I asking what it was or how much it was. So
what is this and how much?
So he said. Yeah. So he said, He said, "Oh, kore wa nan desu ka?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I'm like, yeah. Kore wa nan desu ka? And then I asked, ikura desu ka? To ask him how much it was.
So kore wa nan desu ka versus kore wa desu.
No, it was I missed the nan. So it was. I kept saying.
I missed the naan too. I like it.
I like naan.
I love naan bread. It's fantastic. You get it with the little keema peas and some rice. It's really good.
So yeah, but no, it
talk
was
about a good chicken dish.
You know what? Now, if you like anything Indian with chicken, switch out to lamb one time. It's fantastic. Do you like lamb?
Yeah.
All right. Instead of chicken tikka masala, get a lamb tikka masala.
Yeah.
Instead of murgi chicken.
I never order Indian food.
Yeah.
My wife says, I want Indian food tonight while I'm at work, and goes and get it, and I come home and there's Indian food before me.
Tell her to just substitute lamb instead of chicken.
I'm not complaining. It's great.
I know you guys are cold, but I'm going to put the fan on because I'm getting mosquito. I want a mosquito.
I just blow it that way.
I'm just going to blow that way.
Yeah, blow toward me, Chris. Yeah.
Well, blow it that way. But
blow you.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I need to go back. I liked it a lot. There are parts of Tokyo that I have that make Las Vegas look like Provo, Utah.
Very quiet and sedate.
Yeah. And that kind of leads into my robot restaurant story. We can.
All right. Did it feel like Gibson? I don't want to be a nerd, but did it feel like a Gibson novel? Did it feel like, were you in Chiba? Were you in Night City?
No, but it's a lot of lights and stuff. I mean, it is kind of, there is a point where it is sensory overload. I mean, there are places, and it's just a lot of stuff.
Well, remember they said a lot of tourists come over there and get like seizures because of all the flashing.
I don't know about the flashing, but I've got pictures. It just, I mean, just this. there's places in Shinjuku. It's just signs and light and bright, and it's like the middle of the night, and it's like walking around during the day. I mean,
Yeah.
And but then there's like the other side. There's like really really quiet parts of Tokyo, like just going through like the shrines and the parks and stuff like that. I mean, it's a good balance, I think. But
That's
but it's not a Gibson novel.
it's very zen. So, all right. Well, listen. Why don't we take a little break here, and when we come back, we'll hear about Japan, and then we will hit. We've got listener Tom from North Cal, and listener Earl Reyes have sent us some things since our last couple of shows, and I promised that I would read some of those things out during this show, and we will also, just to pay homage, we'll read out listener Lori's admonition of us for not doing a show recently. So, and I'm still not believing that it was December 30th, but that's neither here nor there. We'll take a little break here. We'll come back with the great Radio Tiki experiment. Oh, by the way, if you're already listening to us, you know how to get a hold of us. But it's radiotiki.com is our email address, and more people are using the Facebook page to communicate with us, and I think that's great. So just look up Radio Tiki Fanboy Clubhouse on the Facebook, okay? And we'll be right back after I basically download this file and save it as a MP3. Okay? Radio Tiki.
Bye.
Tom has an idea.
You gotta dig it. Tonight, Radio Tiki is enjoying Lounge Beats by Pablo Aruda, and to complement that, we've got master voice artist Chris to share with us some Pablo Neruda. Put your hands together for Chris.
Not hands. You got to do the snapping. I want you to know one thing. You know how this is. If I look at the crystal moon and the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I touch near the fire the impalpable ash or the wrinkled body of the log, everything that carries me to you, as if everything that exists, aromas, light, metals, were little boats that sail toward those isles of yours that wait for me. Well now, if little by little you stop loving me, I shall stop loving you little by little. Page 2. If suddenly you forget me, do not look for me, for I shall already have forgotten you. If you think it
Can't
long,
make it through it, can you,
No,
without
I can't.
laughing?
If you think it long and mad, the wind of banners that pass through my life, and you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, remember that on that day, at that hour, I shall lift my arms and my roots will set off to seek another land.
Yeah, roots.
But if each day, each hour, you feel that you are destined for me with an implacable sweetness,
Sure, we'll say.
if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, ah, my love, ah, my own, in me all that fire is repeated, in me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved, and as long as you live, it will be me in your arms without leaving mine.
Cough button.
That's it. By Pablo Neruda.
It doesn't end there.
Yeah, he's done.
Dude, it was almost a climax. I mean, it was as if he was making love to us.
I don't think that would. No, I would. No, I don't think so. Unless poemhunter.com has the wrong stuff.
Pablo Neruda, read by Chris, over the backbeats of Pablo Aruda. Radio Tiki.
P&A's, what are those?
right now, the regular Radio Tiki people are like, what the hell are they doing?
Ganja.
What's going on over there?
No.
What's going on over at Radio Tikiville?
Legalize it. Don't fight it.
Well, the thing is, should we switch? Should we switch our lounge scene? Should I put on some Japanese beats?
No. No.
All right. Then welcome back to the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. This is our halfway through the year show.
It's our semi-annual sale.
It's July 1st for the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. I'm left my beard. I got cord. I can wander all over the deck back here. This is nice.
Oh, something's going to get yanked out, isn't it?
No, it'll be
You'll
fine.
never make it.
I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It's a lovely summer evening here at the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. Of course, summer, I'm using the term loosely. We're all getting, it's all stiff nipples back here because it's a little colder than we expected it to be on July 1st.
It's 56 degrees according to my phone.
56 lovely degrees.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, and of course I have the fan on me because I'm trying to keep the mosquitoes away. Of course, the mosquitoes at this point have got their polar jackets on. So,
Are those mosquito bites or stiff nipples? It's hard to tell.
if they're stiff nipples, they're on my elbow. So,
Hey.
where did Tommy have his superfluous third nipple? His elbow. The answer is his elbow.
It's not functioning.
Elbow. So, before the break, we were talking about Chris's trip to Japan. Now we can talk about it in some detail.
Some detail.
Ooh, that fan is right in my ear now. There we go. We can talk about it in some detail. First of all, how long were you gone? It seemed like you were gone like
2 weeks.
forever, man.
2 weeks.
That's good.
Yeah.
And was this a package deal, or did you put this together yourself, or?
It was a small group tour, so we were on a small group tour for 12 days.
Yeah.
And then we were on our own at, because, I have to go to the Tokyo Disney.
Sure.
Because
You have a sickness.
you're already there. And, yeah, I do have that sickness.
Were you the only
White people at Tokyo Disney?
Gaijin people at Tokyo Disney?
That's a funny story.
Yeah. Because you were?
The 4 days we were there was like, hey, I wonder where those white people are from. Let's go talk to them.
Hey, where are you from?
And then people would come up and talk to us. Where are you guys from?
Oh, it's so neat to see you here.
Yeah, because
They were all from California, weren't they?
no. There's
Okay.
people from Ohio and Oklahoma and Netherlands and other European countries and Australia.
Yeah, a lot of Oz.
Yeah.
If you meet white people in Japan, they're going to be Oz people, right?
Yeah, I don't know. They're from all over.
Yeah.
There were times when we were like watching a show or a parade and realizing there were more people in the parade and the show than were in the audience, and that includes us.
In fact, you recall, again, turn the damn break. I didn't look up when the last show was because I still don't believe you.
December 30th.
You recall when you were talking about going to Japan, and
Yeah.
I said I didn't think Disney Japan still existed, that it didn't have a lot of people going to it, and that it was very low attended, and that it had closed.
Oh no.
But do you remember having that conversation? Do you remember us talking about that?
Yeah.
So, but now you were there, and you said there weren't a lot of people there.
He forgot a word in that sentence, and I'm
What?
very loud. I'm very loud. I am very loud. Turn
I
me
think it's
down.
just the monitors.
I'm begging you to turn me down.
Yeah,
I'm mumbling.
Yeah, Jeff
I
needs.
got,
I need to be turned down a little bit.
Which one's Jeff?
I got it. Here we go. That's better, right, Jeffy?
I don't know. He forgot a word. What he wanted to say is there were more white people in the parades and shows than there were in the
Oh,
audience.
is that it? Is that it?
Yeah, there's more white people in the parades.
You forgot the word white.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So,
There were more white people in the parades and shows than there were in the
and by the
audience.
way, is that the accepted term in Japan for? Because it seems a little racist-y to be saying white people.
Well, it's okay because I'm white.
Yeah, but it still seems racist-y.
We're hyper concerned about that these days.
Yeah, people are shit is burning down and stuff. Again, I found myself in Europe when a bad racial thing happened
Yeah,
in America.
well.
So I got people come up to me, literally strangers, and go, "You're from America?" Yeah. why are you guys like that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I swear to God, it's not all of us. I swear to God.
We don't live in a homogenous society.
And then people will say things to me like, and why do you let everybody have guns? And I have to say, I specifically don't let everybody have guns. It's not me. They go, everywhere else in the world where guns are regulated, it all seems to be working. Why do you guys let it not work? They go, it's not me. Stop lumping me in with you guys. I don't know.
Hey, you guys.
Those guys.
But the thing is that they're right. I mean, it kind of works everywhere else in the world.
No, it works everywhere else because every other workplace in the world is a homogenous society. And they don't have we have a unique set of problems that they do not have.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. Because everything here isn't from here, unless your last name is
Sitting Bull.
Yeah, Sitting Bull, Red Cloud, or Chief Big Feather. You're not from here.
Right. Exactly.
So there's that problem.
Yes.
So, all right. Anyway, sorry. Let's go back to your non-white people Japan.
Yeah. It was just more amusing, and just every time.
So what color are the Japanese then?
I don't. They're Japanese.
They're Japanese colored. That's a color.
I'm just trying to get you
Actually,
in trouble. That's all.
my
Chris. I'm sorry.
question is, for all the white people that they have working at the Disney, where do they all live? I mean, does Disney put them up? Are they living on property, or?
I assume they live in Tokyo or wherever.
Like, it'd be cool. Like, if I had not gotten married and stuff and pursued more theater, it might be a cool thing to do a year of theater in Japan.
Yeah, they have. When they post their auditions for people for the performing parts of Disney, and they say, well, you could work in Paris. They audition in the States for other parks.
That is
Hong Kong and stuff.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I have this thing where I'm trying to think about getting older people involved in like short theater, like improv and sketch comedy. How come you don't see any like 45, 50-year-old people doing it? Because they're pretty funny. I know some funny people, but it seems like it's the realm of the young. Why, so I'm kind of toying around. How do we get older people started in sketch comedy or in improv? Why would you have more older people doing some of the country bumpkin shows at Disney, like,
so that yeah, I mean, there's no reason why not.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
So,
Zippity-doop-dah.
I'm just
Zippity-yay.
prepping myself for when I eventually get laid off.
Sure.
I just had my 20th anniversary with the company that I'm with.
Yep.
So yeah, tomorrow I have my 21st anniversary with my wife. Last month I had my 20th anniversary with the company I was with. So, Tommy has a pattern of once he gets something he likes, he just sticks with it.
Which
Whenever
is
you break out on your
pretty
own,
much what we do with Radio Tiki.
Whenever you break out on your own and want to hire me, just let me know.
Well,
not that you could afford me.
Well, besides your pleasant speaking voice, there'd have to be the whole training credential thing, but I'm working on it.
Well, I wouldn't have to be in the training area. I mean, successful multinational business has lots of things that they need done.
Yeah, I do need a logistics dude. So,
but then again, you couldn't afford me.
Certainly not with your pension. So, actually, after you retire at age 52,
no. All that. All that's gone.
Yeah.
All that was gone with new hires starting in like 1986. Honest to God.
Yeah. So when he's able to retire at age 58, sorry. Yeah, exactly.
55 with significant penalties.
Yeah, but the thing is, you could take your significant penalties at 55 and then work some other gig at the same time.
Oh yeah, sure.
But if he doesn't,
but I'm like you.
Yeah.
Fuck, this works.
Yeah, I'm good with this.
That's what it would have said in my yearbook, high school yearbook, if we did such things in our high school yearbook.
Most likely to stay in one place.
Fuck, comma, this works. Period.
Fuck, this is all right.
All right.
Anyway, so we got as far as the white people in the parade.
Yeah.
So you were in Disney Japan.
Yes. So yeah, that was interesting. I mean, there were a lot of Japanese people there, obviously, but.
So was the park packed? Was there lines?
That was the funny thing. The one couple came up to us from Ohio, and apparently they go to Japan twice a year just to go to Tokyo Disney.
No.
Yeah, well, they're Disney employees.
Oh, okay.
in Ohio.
Well, they summer in Ohio and they winter in Orlando. We got the whole story.
We summer in Ohio.
Okay.
And then they go to Tokyo Disney, and they said, yeah, like they tell everybody to go the third week in May because there's nobody there, and we picked the exact right week to go to Tokyo Disney.
Why is there nobody there the third weekend?
Because they all go Golden Week, which is like the first week in May, and then school lets out in June.
Tonight, the chairman is serving things for Golden Week.
Kind of how we lucked out back in, what was it, 94 when we went to Disney, like at the exact right time, right?
Right, because it was
Nobody was there.
It was University of Illinois spring break, but it wasn't spring break everywhere else in the world.
Tonight's secret ingredient for Golden Week: mobile.
Oh, we went by the Fuji TV station.
Did you? Oh, cool. Did you get a T-shirt?
No, that's the Fuji TV station. Oh, they did Iron Chef. And we went to the mall where they used to have the Iron Chef. They used to have like an Iron Chef thing, like in this mall, and they took that out. And now it's a Gundam robot thing. So
Still also very cool.
so. But Tokyo Disney, just summarize. Disneyland is Disneyland, and no big deal. I mean, it's got all the. It does have a few rides that aren't in Orlando or California, like the Pooh's Honey Hunt.
Yeah.
Which is which is funny because I kept telling them because I had like one of those apps that tells you what the wait times are.
Yeah.
In Tokyo Disney.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out the katakana for the rides, and it was Pooh's Honey Hunt in Japanese is Pooh-san no Honey Hunto.
No. What ride did you go on? Pooh-san no Honey Hunto.
Pooh-san no Honey Hunto.
Oh.
So
It sounds dirty just in English. Pooh's Honey Hunt.
Pooh-san's Honey Hunt.
Oh. I'm envisioning a lot of like black tie, white shirt, suited Japanese businessmen drinking sake and pawing at the prostitutes. Oh.
No, that's the robot.
Oh, that's the robot place. Okay, there we go.
So
Segway.
But yeah, I mean,
Segway.
but the Tokyo Disney Sea theme park is incredible. I mean, it's like if Disney had a bunch of money and
But they do.
Yeah, they have all the
but
money
they don't
in the
invest
world.
in the theme parks. They don't need to. That's part of the problem. But this place did, and they had the money, and they wanted to do the investment. I mean, it's like anyway, and they have all kinds of rides that don't exist anywhere else. So.
Besides Pooh's Honey Hunt?
Yeah.
Like what?
Journey in the Center of the Earth, which is in
They don't have that anywhere else?
Nope. And it was really cool too. And they had like a dark ride, just a boat ride and it was like all these animatronics and stuff like that you never seen before, and it's really well done. And we went on it like 3 times because it was
that cool?
It was that cool. It was like,
yeah,
well, this is really good. Why don't they have this in Orlando?
Well, and I'm assuming they don't have the Hall of Presidents.
No.
In Tokyo.
No.
They don't have the talking Abraham Lincoln. No.
No. Nope. No. But so that's Tokyo. I mean, that was good. It was fun. And then we were in Tokyo. We went to Kyoto and Hiroshima. Hiroshima's kind of interesting.
I'll bet.
Because you're there the entire time thinking
this
place got nuked like 60 years ago.
And you're just thinking, what's still radioactive here? What's still hot?
It was airburst, so nothing really.
Did you did you go to the spot?
They only let us into White Sands like 3 days out of the year, but
because it wasn't really an airburst.
But here.
Anyway, what was your question?
Your Honor.
Did you go to the spot? Did you go to where the bomb burst?
Oh yeah.
What's it like? Is it spooky? Is it creepy?
So here's my 2 takeaways from the whole. Other than our hotel was overlooking the atomic bomb Peace Park.
Yeah.
So we're having breakfast. Oh, this is nice. Eggs.
Peace Park.
Eggs and bacon. It's not we can actually eat eggs and bacon and not rice and miso soup for breakfast. And overlooking. Oh, looking. You look to your right. Oh, there's the atomic bomb dome. Oh, great. So there's that. So the Peace Park is there's a museum there. So you pay your 50 yen or whatever, and you go into the museum. You're walking up the stairs. You start entering, and the first thing you enter, the first part of the museum, and you turn and you're walking through it, and it's like this kind of like they make it look like you're walking through the rubbles of like a blown out building.
Oh.
And then, like, immediately you walk in there and you turn to your right. When you get to the open area, you turn to your right, and there's like this diorama of a burning building with these 3 mannequins of kids coming out of a bombed out building with the flesh falling off of them. Yay!
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is going to be, let's just get through this part really quick. So there's that. And there's this big diorama of Hiroshima after the bomb dropped and where the hypocenter was, and then like the buildings that were still standing and stuff. So that was kind of cool. There's some neat stuff in there, but then there's some really weird stuff like parts of skin and body and stuff.
Well, I was going to say, did they have? I've seen pictures where you can see the outline of a person.
There's that
on the concrete.
That's there too.
That's there.
Yeah. And then in this whole part where you're seeing like all the remains of people's clothing and stuff like that, and it gets a little. Have you been to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. It just gets really emotional.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
Yeah. So you kind of get through that, and then it was, and then you get to more of like just kind of like the scientific effects and all the how they measured it and figured out where it actually hit and what the yield was and stuff like that. And then there's the more optimistic part about it, of building the Peace Park and all that stuff. So that was interesting.
And then a gift shop.
Yeah,
oh my God!
There is a gift shop.
What the fuck kind of T-shirt do you buy there? What is it?
But
this is the flesh falling off the kid's shirt.
No, there's one girl, Kamiko, I think, and like she came down with leukemia, and she thought if she can make 1,000 folded origami cranes, that she would be able to get over the leukemia. Spoiler alert, no.
Yeah, I don't think that worked out.
But you can get like a Hiroshima T-shirt with the cranes on it and stuff like that, and one with the atomic bomb dome. Now, here's the thing: like the Peace Park is not supposed to be depressing and a memorial. I mean, there are memorials there, but it's supposed to be about hope and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the only thing I could take away from that is we walked over to the bomb dome and we're taking pictures, and then there's like these Japanese people there with the selfie stick, smiling and taking their picture in front of the atomic bomb dome. So I'm like, hey, if they're okay with it,
they're Japanese, right?
They were Japanese.
Unless they were like the pushy Koreans.
No, they were not Korean. They were speaking Japanese. I was like, well, if they're okay with it,
they're cool with it. I guess
smiling with the selfie stick. I guess I'm fine.
I guess I can be cool with it, right? I can be cool with it.
But yeah, it was. And they left all the rubble and stuff like that, the atomic bomb dome. So, yeah, it was interesting.
So under the dome is exactly how it was. They left that as it is.
They left all the rubble and stuff. They might have had to have cleared some out because they did put reinforcing structure in there.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's there, and it's you can see the scorch marks and stuff like that on the sides, and it was really interesting.
And that's under the dome.
It's part of the build. There's the facade of the building is still there, parts of it. So, but it was interesting.
Wow. And
then we went to Kyoto. Kyoto was, if you like shrines.
Kyoto's the old royal palace and everything, right?
Yeah, shrine. Yeah. And like there's a shrine. You turn a corner and there's another shrine and stuff like that.
I like that Japanese incense, so I got to imagine that that's everywhere there, right?
Well, if you go to the temples.
Yeah, I love that smell.
Oh, you go to Kyoto.
Yeah.
Because it's everywhere. Because they have like 1,000 shrines and temples.
Dude,
in Kyoto.
tell me you had sushi.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, so the whole thing about Japan. Oh, it's really expensive there. It's really expensive to go to Japan and stuff like that. No, we went to a conveyor belt sushi place in Kyoto. Now, not exactly. It was kind of a locals sushi place.
If I see other Japanese people in there and they're eating it, I'm going to eat there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So,
plate of sushi.
Yeah.
140 yen, which is like $1.
Okay.
Well, not probably $1.25, right?
So it was 100 yen to $1.
It was when we were there. It was 123 yen to $1.
Okay, all right.
Which is a really good exchange.
Yeah. Okay, so 140 yen for a plate.
For a plate, so it's like
how many pieces on a plate?
was like 4 pieces.
Fucking A, that's great.
We had like a stack. I mean, it was like a stack like this, and it cost us like $20.
And they look at you, they go, "Oh, American, right?" Yeah. Japanese people are like, "I can only eat 3 of these plates, and then I have to go whip myself."
You know, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I don't eat. I'm not that well versed in seafood in general, but I
Yeah.
mean, the stuff I had was. I mean, I'll just eat some tuna and stuff like that, and it was really good, and it was cheap. And it was like,
Yeah.
if you want to eat cheap in Tokyo, and if you're willing to eat Japanese food,
Denny's.
you can eat. Well, not the Denny's. The Denny's was weird because the Denny's is actually a nice restaurant.
I think over there that Denny's is kind of a bit of a spot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little bit kind of like a businessman's after work restaurant that they go to before they go home.
It's a Rariman restaurant
Yeah, it was. I mean, they still have the menus with the pictures on them.
in sake.
Yeah, but you can get booze there, and you can get like a prime rib and all kinds. It was a nice Denny's. But yeah, but if you want to eat cheap, I mean, you can just go and get ramen or something like that for like $5.
Yeah.
And this is Tokyo.
Right. So you're getting the ramen that's been boiling all day. That's good, man. It's gonna
Yeah,
be-
this and the stuff they're making there, right?
Yeah. Like that soup pot hasn't been emptied in years.
Yeah.
They just keep adding to it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So it was. I mean, you can eat cheap there if you're willing to
Yeah.
be adventurous.
Which I am.
Yeah.
I would want to go to a shabu place where I just dip my meat.
We did that.
To go to a shabu place.
Now,
I would
that place was actually probably expensive.
Really?
We went to a chain.
I thought that was supposed to be cheap. Like it's supposed to be like dirty, nasty meat, which is why you boil it yourself.
It's not dirty, man. There's no such thing as dirty,
Well,
nasty meat.
what
in
I mean
Japan.
is like low cut, bad cuts.
I mean, there's a little bit of fat on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's for the flavor.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it was. But that place, I think, but that was a chain. I don't think that was a
Oh.
local shabu place we went.
Yeah, because you want to get the shabu. That.
It felt like going to Melting Pot.
Oh yeah, and
They
I
had
don't
that-
like. By the way, I don't like. I'll do that at home, but I won't do it. I won't do fondue in a restaurant. It's a fucking ripoff.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
But so there's that. So Kyoto, Tokyo. Okay, so Robot Restaurant.
First of all, how do you know about this place?
This
and
was part
what
of the
is-
tour.
So the tour says you should go to the robot restaurant.
No, the tour. It was a guided tour,
Yeah.
but we picked the pop culture.
Bullfrog.
We picked the pop culture tour
Yeah.
as opposed to we were the oldest people on the tour.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool. All right, so pop culture tour.
There's some downside to that.
Was it Japanese young people or was it
No, it was people mostly from UK.
really okay?
Yeah, it was majority UK, and then people from US and
All right,
Australia.
a lot of Brits.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The downside is young Brits can drink their asses off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Karaoke night?
Yes, we went karaoke night.
Okay.
And they were drinking their ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they went to karaoke night. It was 2,500 yen for 4 hours of
Yeah.
karaoke and pretty much unlimited booze.
Wow.
Yeah, and they
And
took
you had Brits with you?
and Australians. They took full advantage
Okay.
of that.
Yeah.
And they were hurting the next morning.
Yeah.
Because they were taking full advantage of the. Basically, they realized that they could just order shots and mix their own drinks. Yeah. So they did that, and then the next morning we hiked in 86-degree weather around Osaka Castle. Yeah, there was one girl. She did hurl at one point,
Yeah. That's your body getting rid of the poison, honey.
and she did not go out to dinner with us that night. She said, "I'm going back to the room."
But tonight we're having snake.
That was the night we were going to Shabu Shabu. So
She probably wouldn't have made that. That
No.
would have been raw meat and boiling liquids.
No, that would have been a bummer. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see here. But a robot restaurant. So basically, literally the last night of the tour, we're staying in Shinjuku, which is if you go look at pictures of Japan and all the lights and stuff like that.
Shinjuku
it's-
is Gibson's Night City.
Pretty
that's
much.
That's what he was trying to convey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's this, and because of the tour is pop culture, so we did this.
Yeah.
I don't think there was another tour that was kind of following us around,
Yeah.
which was the old people tour. If we would have been on that tour, we would have been the youngest. So I don't.
You don't want to be in that tour either.
I think they had a nice tour. It was kind of like
Oh, it's a nice tour.
It's
very
it
reasonable.
seemed like it was more of a more mellow pace because ours was insane.
Yeah.
So
Yours was extreme.
it was
Extreme tourist.
Like we're walking everywhere. Anyway,
Did you have your Fitbit with you? Do you know how far you went?
well, I had just had my phone. My phone has a pedometer.
Okay.
And that's where I had got like that. Well, of course, Jeff like mocks me for the 13.8 miles I walked one day. He's like,
That's good.
That's a pussy day at work.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Oh.
I sit at my desk for 8 hours a day. So, but so it's in Shinjuku. So Robot Rest is like the last night. So basically,
And Robot Restaurant is in Shinjuku.
it's in Shinjuku in like the Yakuza kind of runs as part of Shinjuku, part of Shinjuku.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure this is their quote unquote legitimate business.
The Robot Restaurant?
The Robot Restaurant.
That's their face,
Yeah.
their front.
So
This is so cool, Chris.
yeah. So if go to YouTube and look up Robot Restaurant, I'm sure there's videos. But long story short, it's like Blue Man Group if you had more robots and women and
Acid.
acid, yeah, and take some shrooms, and
That's work, Tom.
35,000 steps today?
No, not today, but that's just a random
it's a
day.
typical,
Oh, wow.
typical random day. So
See the bottom how far that is.
that's why
20 mile. Wow.
that's why he's able
That's
to
work, Tom.
Although it didn't seem like. How come you only got 2,300 calories for that?
I don't know. It just
That seems like it's off.
I don't know.
It's the only
just,
way- the only
it just
way-
counts.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. So
So
it's
what's the theme of Robot Restaurant? What's the deal?
there's
I
a show.
mean,
There's
yeah.
a show involving robots.
All right, do the robots serve you?
No, they
Oh,
don't.
they-
Serve. It's just literally. It's like going to medieval times or something like that. You
Right.
just they throw food at you. Which, by the way, we didn't even eat the dinner because apparently they found out that the bento box that they give you is really really bad, and you should just eat something else before you go because it's not worth the food.
Really?
You're going there for the show,
All right.
and and so it's like I said, Blue Man Group without the performance art pretense.
Yeah.
It's just like music and noise and
Lights
and lights and there are
Flashing.
laser and there are robots that come out and they're all remote control and stuff like that. And there's one part. It's kind of there's a little bit of a story in one part and all that stuff. But it's like when you think of Japan, this is pop culture Japan. This is what you think happens. So that was that. So yeah, go on YouTube if you want to see what it actually looks like. I'm not doing it justice describing.
I mean, is it like those? There's these kids in America that love all the J-pop stuff, and they try to be manga characters. Is it like that? I mean,
It's
are
like-
there people wandering around looking like manga? I mean, is it?
At the Robot Restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of that. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's cool. All right.
So we stalled the show's like an hour or so, hour and a half, and
And there's no point to the show. It's just robots, or is there?
there's like I said, there's kind of a story about the evil and then in the forest, and
Bomb drops and people die.
I-
We surrender to the
it's
war. And
there's a little bit of
Dojo. And, yeah.
it's just the plot is just something to hang just to have something to hang the robots going and fighting and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Really, but anyway, but it's like in the basement of some building. Everything in Japan is either up or down.
Nothing's on the ground floor.
No, and there's stairs everywhere. There's no elevators. So it's like the second basement or something like that. So as we're leaving the Robot Restaurant,
Second basement.
we're leaving the Robot Restaurant, and I showed there's pictures of like all these weird colors and stuff like that. Like everything's decorated in that really flowery. Everything's got mirrored and patterns, and it's just an acid trip. I walk in there and I turn over to Dan. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna start freaking out.
I'm having an episode, man. That's where Renee turned and looks at you and goes, I actually am having an episode. I actually am freaking out.
So as we're leaving, we're walking back up the stairs from the second basement, and
Holding onto the railing because you're not straight anymore,
I know
man.
there's no frame of reference to figure out which way is up or down, and this door is open, and we look in this door, and this is how you kind of the seedy side of Japan. It's like this door is open, and there's these women from the show standing there in their costumes, and they have name tags with numbers on them. And we kind of asked, later, what do you think was going on there? And I was like, is that number how we're supposed to call them? Is that the price for the evening?
What is that?
And our tour guide basically said at one point, he's like, there's stuff going on behind these walls in Shinjuku you just do not want to know about.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, no, I want to know. That's why I'm asking.
He's like,
now.
everything you can possibly think of is probably going on here. Okay.
I can think of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I got some crazy shit I can think of.
Because there's the other thing about there's all these like host and hostess bars going on. And there's pachinko and all that other stuff. But
pachinko's just gambling, right?
Yeah, but it's all front for everything.
I really want to go now.
Yeah, you have to go.
Yeah.
Take the wife.
No.
25th anniversary.
No, I'm not going to take her.
Go tomorrow.
The thing is, I love you see the crazy. I love the crazy. This is what I love about her, but I can't take her anywhere fun first.
Like Billings, Montana.
Like Billings, Montana, I can take her to.
Because it's not fun.
Because nothing fun will happen there. We will make our own fun. But if there's fun being created by outside forces, I can't take her there. I can't take her there.
So I went to see Steve Dahl at there's a thing in Daly Plaza for the farm.
Oh, you went to the farmers market thing? Yeah.
And because I tweeted him while I was in Japan I was listening to him talking about Metro while I'm literally on the bullet train. Going to Kyoto.
Yeah, he mentioned you.
Yeah, right. So I tweeted, and then I went down to meet him, and I had I have the video of the bullet train going through the station.
Yeah.
I was saying, just to compare this and contrast it to Metro. It's like it's going like 140 miles an hour through the station, and he's like, oh yeah, I really want to go to Japan. It's like, but Janda doesn't really want to go, and I don't think it's a good idea to go there by myself. Like, oh no, there's all kinds of bad things you can get into there, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's stuff. There's really bad things that could happen to you there.
Yeah. It's but it's all. But I never felt like I was in danger,
right?
And it's just you just don't do those things, right?
What was the most Japanesey thing that you did? Like not the touristy stuff, not the sites, not the events, not the guided things, but what was like the most local thing that you did? Did you find yourself sitting reading a newspaper, having a tea? Did you? I mean, what? How did you get most into the culture?
I think that was. I think that would be my one complaint about the tour is you never had a time to just sit and absorb.
The old people probably did.
The old people probably, yes, he's probably right about that. Because they spent 2 days in Hakone. Hakone, I think, is probably it's more naturey, the kind of nature. But anytime you go to I don't know. I think anytime we were on the train, kind of felt Japanesey because we took mass transit everywhere.
Yeah, you were in Japan.
Yeah.
You were part of the crowd.
And one day we took the subway in the rush hour.
Really, you did that?
Yes.
Is it really all touchy feely like they say?
Yes. There was a point where we got on the car, and then you're like, really? We can't put any more people in here. Oh no. There's more people still coming.
They've got car shovers.
Yes, and there's people, and it's like before, and you're like, there's no way we can fit any more people in here. Oh no, we're going to put more people in here, and you're literally, you're.
But what if it's your stop? How do you get to your stop?
You say it's your stop, and people let you off.
Even though they're all jammed in there.
Yeah, no, they still. You just have to say this is my stop, and then they'll let you off. I mean, it's still a very. I mean, that's the thing. It's a very polite society.
Yeah, nobody's rude, right?
No, nobody's rude. I mean, directly to your face. But I mean, but they know that in order, because there's so many people there, and they have to get along. They have to you have to do these things about letting people off. It's just, so yeah, taking all the master on that. I mean, we were doing all that stuff. That was cool.
And I mean, how does that work with the shoving people on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do they? Is there like a direction in the car? Like, can you only go one way on this side of the car and only go one way on the other side? Is it like Are there lanes? Are there laps? How does that work?
No, it's just everybody gets on, and then when it's time, when they come to the next stop, you just say in advance, I need to get off, and people will like everybody's like in an elevator. You think about it, if you're in an elevator,
they sort of let you by.
Everybody just kind of turns,
okay.
let people by, and so or if
and were you saying that in Japanese? Did they appreciate that you were speaking the Japanese at that point?
I mean, that's the funny thing is like I said probably sumimasen gomenasai so many times that I was still saying it for a week afterwards.
Sumimasen gomenasai. What is that?
Just to say, sorry, excuse me, please,
Yeah.
This is basically, and I said that so many times.
How'd that go over at the Portillo's?
Yeah,
the Portillo's. Yeah.
There's a Portillo's in Tokyo.
No, that was like coming from Japan. People don't realize how loud Americans are until you are in the waiting area for the flight to go back to America, and there's Americans there, and blah 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 blah. Oh my god! And then
it may be that it's not that the Americans are loud. We are loud. We are loud, but it may be that just the people around you aren't so loud. Because I noticed that over in the UK, I had to tell my mother-in-law to stop talking. My mother-in-law is a very quiet little person. She had lots of questions about England,
right.
and she's asking her daughter, and it was blah 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 blah. And I just said to my mom, I go, did you know that nobody else on this train is talking?
Well, but
nobody.
But the reason why there's nobody talking on the train is because they don't know each other because they're going to their jobs. I understand that.
It's deeper than that. That's what created it, but it's now deeper than that. You just don't talk on a train unless you absolutely have to. There's no casual conversation on a commuter train in the UK, or very, very little.
Right.
Very little. So I'm guessing it's something like that in Japan.
A little bit, but I mean, there were people that were talking and stuff like that, but it was a very normal volume. Like you can tell that they were talking, but it wasn't like metro. It was like you get on a train and suddenly everybody's just. I mean, like I don't need to hear about your life. Can't you just have a normal conversational tone? I don't know why we're yelling all the time.
Well, the problem is sometimes the cell phones as well, because people are talking on the cell phone and you can't hear yourself properly. Yeah. So the only thing you do is, I guess I should talk louder because I'm on a cell phone, and then you are sharing that conversation.
Well,
with
it's not even just it's the cell phones, yes, definitely, but and it's sometimes just people sitting next to each other. I'm like, why just turn it down, dude?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I don't know why people feel like they need to be at normal speaking volume in public talking about stuff.
No, you should have a quiet conversation.
Yes. So, yeah. Oh, and there was the earthquake. So,
what the fuck was that about? I mean, how was that? I mean, I've never been in an earthquake. Does it really feel like the ground is lifting up and down, or is it?
Well, okay. So we were in a bookstore in Akihabara, which is another.
You made that up.
No. which is if you like manga,
yeah,
go to Akihabara because they just literally have shops of like floors and floors and floors of manga. Like you get the books.
The thing is, I would want, if I was going to go to a place like that, I would want to pick something like, you and I like Tenchi Muyo a lot. Mm-hmm. In fact, you like Tenchi Muyo more than me. Mm-hmm. I would want, if I'm going to go to a place like that, I would want to immerse myself in every bit of possible published manga on one topic.
Uh-huh.
So like, I just want to get all of the Tenchis, all of the Tenchi Muyo, and nothing else.
Yeah.
Like Dan would get all the Bubblegum Crisis, which I've never really understood ever, but he would get all of that. So that's what I would do, because otherwise there's too much to choose from.
Yes.
There's too much to understand. There's too much to grasp.
Right. There's a lot. I mean, it's just but I mean, it's the town to go to for that kind of, for the manga and the otaku culture stuff. But okay, so we're but we wanted Renee wanted CDs from, she wanted like J-pop, like Komi Komi Club, and that kind of stuff. So
J-pop Sunshine Spectacular.
Yeah. So we're like, I'm sure we can find a CD shop in Akihabara. So we looked and we found a used CD and bookstore, and it's Books Plus, or what's the name? Is it Books Plus? Anyway, it's like a chain.
Books Plus unicorn stickers.
So, and we're like on the 4th floor looking at CDs and stuff like that. And then we're standing there and this beeping starts. And we're like, was this like a fire drill? And then, no, it's not a fire drill, because then the bookcases start shaking back and forth. Everything starts moving.
Really?
Yeah. We're standing, and Renee's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure this is an earthquake." And some Japanese guy overhears me say earthquake. He's like, "Earthquake." And I'm like,
Yeah, you're right. You die now. you about to die.
yeah, and and these bookcases are like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they're like moving back and forth.
And maybe we should get out from in front of them.
They're bolted down. I mean, it's like, they say, "Oh, you should find a doorway to go in." It was like, there's no doorway around here. By the time I find a doorway, I'm dead, right?
Of course, the bookcases, if they're going to collapse forward, they're only going to go as far as the other bookcase.
Right.
So you guys would have been fine.
Right. It's just, but the only thing I was more worried about was the books flying off of the bookcases and stuff. But it never got that bad where it never felt like it was getting worse. It just kind of started, and it had that steady shaking for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
And is it a back and forth?
It was a back and forth to start with.
Yeah.
And then the back and forth slowed down, and then you felt like you were going up and down because there's two sets of waves.
Yeah.
So we felt the back and forth waves, going like this, and then the up and down waves came after that because they travel slower.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was weird because this was nonstop shaking, and then we were like, "Whoa!" I mean, you felt it like vestibularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you were going up and down.
Wow. Okay.
And it was like a 5.6, 5.3, something.
That's pretty hefty.
And it was only 25 miles away. So.
Jeez.
Oh, there was another one the night we were leaving that we slept through.
But that was in the 4s then?
That was, it was 4.8. But it was weird because, like, suddenly at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm awake, and I'm like, why am I awake? It's like, because I'm still tired, and it's like something woke me up, and then I'm looking, and then I look, and my phone beeps, and I look at my phone, and it says, "Oh, yeah, there was just an earthquake." I'm like, okay.
That'd be why I'm awake. That's weird, man.
Because I have that GeoZone on my phone that says, "Oh, hey, there's flooding near you," except it kept saying, "Hey, there's an earthquake near you."
You've just experienced an earthquake.
Yeah.
Did you guys were anywhere near that power plant that
Fukushima?
ate itself because of the tidal wave?
It's north, like 100 kilometers north or something like that.
Yeah.
Just put it, and like, I think some of Renee's friends were like, "Well, you should have more iodine before you go," and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I live closer to 3 Mile Island when it went off than I know we're going to be to Fukushima.
Right.
So no.
And there's no talk of that anymore. That's all locked
there's
down.
still stuff in the paper.
Yeah.
Because when we were in Disney, we get the Japan Times in English.
Japan Times
in English,
yeah.
And there's occasional article about Fukushima in there, but because it's still a mess, that area.
Yeah, it's just the thing is, it's not in the news anymore, and that's
not here. No.
I find that very weird that it's not. So
it's like Katrina. It's like New Orleans,
Yeah, but there's still stuff. I mean, there's still stuff that's happening, but we don't hear any of it. So
right.
So what was your favorite thing? Because I'm really jealous. I mean, Japan is.
Yeah.
I do a lot of traveling.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I got a weird trip coming up. But the East. I mean, I've been to Australia, but East Asia. It's this weird blank spot in my experience. I have no reference whatsoever. So I'm excited, jealous, and interested all at the same time. So, what was your favorite bit? What was your? And I'm not you and Renee as a couple, but you, Chris. What was your favorite bit?
It's really hard to say. I enjoyed just being there.
Like you would take a flat there? Would you have an apartment there and try to could you be the guy that goes there a couple times a year? Is that
if I
like that much?
If I had the scratch? Yeah.
I mean, do you not have? I mean, is there not means at your work that you would end up doing something like that?
No.
Could you? I mean, you're learning Japanese and you're a pretty damn good programmer. Seems to me like you can marry those two things up.
No, the immigration and work laws there are prohibitive.
I'm not talking about working there. I'm talking about doing work for a company here that would require you to go there as a liaison.
The stars are not aligning that way.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be German owned, probably.
Oh, well, you're learning the wrong Access language then.
Yeah.
Yep.
You picked the wrong Access, sir.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. Though I know we've done things for Honda and stuff like that, but I I mean, if that comes up, I'm like, oh, you need somebody to go to Japan? I'll go to Japan.
Speaking of Japanese,
Speak of the hey, sushi.
well, what if you go back?
Samurai.
What will be your reason to go back? I mean, obviously it'll be a touristy thing.
Yeah.
But what will you see going back?
I think more. I think if more Tokyo. We only saw. I mean, Tokyo is such a large city. We only saw parts of it,
Yeah.
and there's things we just didn't see in Tokyo. Like we didn't see the Imperial Palace because apparently everything's closed on Monday, which is another weird thing. But
Just like here, everything's closed on Monday. Here.
everything's closed on Monday because Monday was like our free day. It's like, okay, well, instead of going to see Pokemon Museum or whatever, let's go to the Imperial Palace. Go through the tour book. Oh no, it's closed. It's Monday.
So you went to the Pokemon Museum?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's in the Pokemon Museum?
It's just it was part of the.
First of all, how much did you pay for that?
I didn't. It was part of the tour.
All right.
Because if it wasn't part of the tour, I would have said, we're going to find something else to do that day.
It's a kids thing here, but over there, they're grown people that get into
No,
Pokemon, right?
we were the oldest people there too.
Where are you? Oh, okay.
So, but anyway, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Did you see any Tenchi Muyo? Did you?
No, I didn't see any of that stuff.
None of that? No?
No, I think it's out of favor.
Oh, that's a shame.
There's so much manga; it'd be hard to find it if you were looking for it.
What are they putting on TV at night? I mean, when you sit and watch Japanese television,
That's the
are you
thing.
getting-
It's like it was like you expect it to be like on Lost in Translation with the that one guy that TV show that Bill Murray goes on. We were looking for that. We didn't find it. We were disappointed.
You didn't have any crazy Japanese
No.
chat shows or game shows?
No. There was a few chat shows where we were like, this just looks weird, but it wasn't crazy like that. It was.
Boo.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Because I thought the TV would be like madness.
No.
Did you watch CNN Global over there? Did you?
No. Well, we were staying in the business class hotels.
Yes.
Where they.
You should have had CNN Global.
No, they didn't have any of that. In those, it was just local TV. It was just in satellite Japanese TV. Nothing, no CNN, no nothing.
No cable.
It was cable, but it was Japanese cable.
They didn't have a single. Wow, they didn't have an international channel at all.
We
Wow.
didn't see CNN until we got to Disney.
Oh, that's weird.
That's a weird considering if you knew how much it costs per night to stay in these hotels.
Really? Okay. How bad were they? Were they pretty?
The hotels. I mean, everything was very clean and very nice, but it's like staying in an interior room in a cruise ship. That's how big these rooms were.
Oh, okay.
So,
And the beds flipped down from the wall, did they?
no, it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty tight in there. So, cozy.
Now, see, if you go back, what you could do, if you go back, you could just have a week in Tokyo, but like rent one of those little coffin hotels.
We went to one of those coffin hotels and we had to call an audible
What happened?
because the floors were gender segregated,
Oh,
and that was not going to work for.
even if you were technically, you guys could have been a married couple. I mean,
But they segregate them by gender.
really?
Yep.
So even married couples have to separate.
Yeah. Because married couples do not stay at the capsule hotels. They stay at the love hotels.
They're
But
called love hotels.
Yeah, you haven't heard about love hotels?
No, what is that?
That's where you go because you don't want Oba-san and
What?
Oka-san to hear you and your girlfriend do it.
It's a place you go to have sex because you don't want your parents to hear you.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, cool.
And the other thing I hear is in Japan the walls are very thin, so that's the other reason to go to. Even if you're living on your own, you just want to go someplace and.
Or I was under the impression that those capsule hotels, that was the opposite. Like the capsules themselves
The capsules.
are very soundproof.
No, they're not.
Oh, really?
It's for the capsule hotels are for you had too much to drink in Osaka and you don't want to take the train home. That's what that is.
Really?
Yes. The love hotels
Wow.
are where you want to go to get away from
Other people.
mom and
Okay.
grandma, and
Wow.
yeah, because the rooms are themed.
Did you you didn't get into anybody's home or anything? You didn't see any residences.
No, the closest thing we got to is when we went to the Ryokan in Hakone, which is like an inn. It's like a Japanese style inn.
All right.
You take your shoes off before you go in there.
Well, I was going to ask, did you have to do that? Did you have
Yeah.
to do the shoe thing?
Everything's tatami mats,
Okay.
and they give you a yukata to wear and stuff like that. So
That's cool, man. Did you go to a bath? Did you?
I didn't. I can't go in hot water. That's
What the hell is wrong with you?
Can't go in hot water.
I have a
Did he
thing
just
with
say
hot
that?
water. I can't go into hot water.
can't go in the hot water
hot water.
because especially hot water. It baths
Chris's skin sloughs off.
pretty much. Yeah. No, I just get really like itchy for like 3 days afterwards. I can't do hot tubs anymore.
So you can't go in treated hot water. You could take a bath if you wanted.
But these baths were mineral water baths, and I didn't.
Right.
I didn't.
Are they natural minerals? Or are they?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it smells like came off the volcano. Water,
That's
little
cool.
sulfur. I mean, Renee did that, so. But I can't do that because it makes me really itchy. So I didn't do that. But there was an option there.
So you opted for the happy ending massage then at the.
There's no happy.
There's no happy ending in Japan. There's no happy ending. Did we tell you about the children with their flesh hanging off? There's no happy ending.
That was before the flesh hanging off. The bummer part of the tour.
Yeah, thanks for the bummer part.
We're going to go to Nagasaki after this. Yay!
Did you try some sake while you're there?
No,
I know you're not drinking these days, but
No.
oh man, I bet there's some good sake.
Yeah, but no, I didn't do that.
Now that's the problem that the Brits and Australians probably experienced. They think sake, because it's warm and interesting. You drink too much of it, it'll kill you.
Yeah,
Sake will kill you.
yeah, but they didn't really.
It's the worst kind of hangover too, man.
Right. I think they had sake in restaurants, but that karaoke night there was no sake. It was all. They wanted whiskey. They really, really wanted whiskey.
Really?
Yeah. They were big into the whiskey. But
All right. Well.
yeah, if I think I would go back, I would go back on our own. We wouldn't take the tour because now I know enough about how to get around and just how everything works.
Yeah. Once you learn the transit, then the city is yours.
Then I would probably a week in, or like do some time in Tokyo to see Tokyo, and then go to Kyoto and just base yourself out of Kyoto.
Really?
Get a JR Rail pass and just go all the stuff around Kyoto because you can get to Osaka like in a half hour. Right. If you want to go to Hiroshima, that's like an hour and a half, and then you can go to like Nara and there's some other place. There's all kinds of stuff you can go see. But Kyoto's a smaller city, and there's so much to see. There's so much to see there.
Yeah.
Osaka,
What did you do? Anything in the North Pit?
No.
Nothing.
Tokyo's as far north as we got.
All right.
So,
I'm very interested in Hokkaido.
yeah,
That whole area.
that's very north.
Because I mean, they get actual seasons there.
But no, they get seasons. They get seasons in Tokyo too.
I thought they didn't have winter.
Oh, they get snow.
Yeah. Really?
Oh yeah.
Tokyo snow? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh,
That's if you go to Tokyo Disney, their main street, quote unquote, it's the
Yeah.
World Bazaar, and it's covered. Part of the reason it's covered is because they want some place to protect you from the snow because it gets winter there.
Oh, okay. I was missed. That's something. You've taught me something. There you go. Did you see Mount Fuji at all?
No.
Did you go to Mount Fuji? No.
No.
See, there's something else. See?
The day we went to Hakone, which is about as close to Mount Fuji as we got, it rained.
Oh.
It was really raining. We missed actually a lot of stuff we were supposed to do. We couldn't do because it was raining.
Oh. Well, it sounds really cool, man. I'm totally jealous. I mean, this is the thing to do. This is so.
If you're at all interested in it, I would figure out a way to go.
And it really helped to know the Japanese.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, because
I got none. I got no Japanese at all. So.
Just to be able to ask for things and just ask questions. I mean, you don't need to know how to read Japanese. All the signs are in English anyway.
Everything?
Yeah, if you need to just for mass transit and stuff like that and just road signs and all that, yeah, they're mostly in English, like in Tokyo and Kyoto. Now, if you start getting into the sticks, you may start having problems, but
right.
We really didn't get into this. Hiroshima is probably the closest we got to, yeah, you're going to have problems finding people speaking English here.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Hiroshima was supposed to be like a kind of a big place.
It's not that big.
No. Well, still very cool. So, if you go back, you go on your own and just go to Tokyo, man. You're going to be that guy. You're going to be Mr. Tokyo.
Tokyo and Kyoto.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's cool.
Well, here's the problem. Now we've killed the whole last half of the show. I've got a number of listener emails and stuff. I was thinking maybe we should just save them for the next time we get together.
Yeah,
that'd be all right.
Yeah,
So,
I'm cool.
yeah, because otherwise we got to go into another hour segment here. But man, that sounds really good. And Renee kept up with you, or because you seem a little bit more physically fit than poor Renee. She sometimes seems like she's got some health problems.
Yeah. Right. So we had
Were you able to do everything you wanted to do?
everything I wanted to do. Sure.
That's cool. That's cool.
Just we just had because we're older, we had to pace ourselves a little bit more.
Sure.
The tour guide he's like going like 24 or something like that. Former soccer player.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right. So we needed to take breaks, and he didn't really get that. Right.
Right.
So
was it just you guys, or were there other people on the tour that needed breaks?
I think that there were the tour that were kind of soldiering through it, but I mean, when we needed to take breaks because just to make sure nobody's health got out of whack.
Yeah, we need to have a break because otherwise we might be ill.
Yeah, right. We don't go to the hospital for the last week of the tour.
So now what I got to try to do here is I'm going to look for now that we've played through another Pablo Arruda. So I've killed another hour of Pablo Arruda. So
no.
There we go. Now I got to find a way to. How do I do this on this version of YouTube? I was going to try to get Follow Your Bliss on here, and I can't.
So the other conclusion I came to is I have no. Whoa,
that would be feedback.
My fault. My fault. Sorry.
I have no interest in going to China or Hong Kong.
Why not?
Just I think I've gotten the Asian culture experience. And it's the one I like, and I just hear like it's just dirty and not as nice. So,
sorry. This is the part of the show where Jeff says nothing, and I'm trying to find something. Could you tried to find a song? Could you maybe have a little conversation with Chris for a second?
I'm just enjoying watching you struggle. That's all.
Watching me struggle is you being silent. That's the all right. Well then,
fuck the audience.
All right.
When have I ever showed any concern for our listening audience? You're right. When have I showed any concern for anybody but myself?
I can't find this. Oh, there we go.
He's got Follow Your Bliss coming right up. Be-do, be-do.
I'm trying to anyway. So
follow your.
Is it on the YouTubes?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all over the.
But there we go. I couldn't put my mic down without causing the feedback problem, which was interesting because I was doing that before, so I don't understand.
It depends. I think it depends on how you have the microphone turned.
Yeah.
Because
there we go. How about that? There we go.
Unidirectional. Is it in the cone?
I found it. There we go. So, Jeff was watching me like I was juggling my phone and trying to cause feedback. And like I've got my foot right up my ass. I'm like, oh, I can't get this.
That was my favorite part.
All right. So the good news is, the bad news is we're ending the show now. But the good news is we are definitely doing a show 2 weeks from tonight.
Oh wait, I can't make that.
We can't. Well, if you can't make it, then we're still doing. Chris and I are still doing it. July 15th, we're definitely doing a show. Actually, now that you've said you have some flexibility at night, or no? You're on days now.
No, I'm still the same.
Oh,
like I said, next Wednesday would be bad. I would rather call in sick than do a show next Wednesday. I'd rather call in sick on a Thursday. Then do the show next Wednesday is what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Well,
I still have the same schedule. Wednesday's off.
If we did do a show next week, Thursday would be good. But I can't do Wednesday.
No, that was just a for instance.
All right. But we're definitely doing July 15th. So just plan on it.
Sure.
It's going to happen. We're going for it. Okay. But like I said, we had a lot to talk about. We didn't even talk about my Croatia trip or anything like that. So my stuff is boring. Nobody cares about that stuff.
Zagreb.
The thing is, Zagreb, it's very interesting in that everything is about 10 years behind. And I had some weird experience with the lounge music. With the whole Cheech and Chong thing was very weird. So we can talk about that in a couple of weeks. So a couple of weeks we'll hear about Brad's Mexico trip, and I'll talk a little bit about Sweden and Croatia, and we'll have the 4th of July to kick around. So until that time, you can follow us at radiotiki.com or the Radio Tiki Fanboy Clubhouse on Facebook. My daughter is trying to get me to get into Twitter. I will see about doing that. Chris has a Twitter. Brad has a Twitter. I don't. I have a Twitter, but I don't ever look at it. I should probably do something about that. So I feel a little bit like a Luddite when it comes to the Twitter. So
I read it as a source of information.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
pretty much
post
all
it.
that's the thing. I don't even access it for that because I feel overwhelmed by all of what is available on the Twitter. So other than like I get the occasional announcement from Stephen Fry about like Stephen Fry got married. So I saw that came through on my Twitter feed. So but I should really do more with the Twitter because I have a feeling I'm missing out on stuff like work related as well. So yeah, I might have to get involved in that. So thank you for joining the Great Red Jig Experiment. We'll let the B-52s play out, and we will talk to you again in 2 weeks. Good night.